So this might be a little bit of a sloppy video. I am kind of sick, but we'll try to get the gist of it. We're gonna go ahead and, I kind of already started, I just now remembered to record, but we're gonna go ahead and start painting the boss manifold. You can see the top of it's missing because I had something 3D printed for it, so it'll be nice and shaved and flat and pretty looking, but we'll go ahead and not really show you how to do it because there's millions of videos, but we're gonna show you the process of actually getting this shaved and painted. So where I'm at is I got intake tube off, Jesus Christ. My Motion Raceworks vacuum block, distribution block, the foam pieces, the things that sit on the fuel rails to hold the coolant lines or whatever. Right now we just undid the 4 long bolts that hold the fuel rail in. We'll go ahead and pop that out, undo the manifold bolts, and hopefully sneak that out without having to do all my AN stuff, which I don't mind, but I really don't want to, so we'll go ahead and get that out. Alright, so to clarify, I'm not sure exactly where we left off, but we have the manifold off, and I kind of got ahead of myself and forgot to record, but we did have this piece 3D printed, just so it can give a flat, nice curve look instead of just shaving the bottom of it with that dip in there. This was kind of just a rough guess. This was, you can tell because it's so thick, so I had a lot of material to work with, but this is just a rough guess. This is just a start of it, so I know it looks goofy right now, but we used some of this right here, the 3M semi-rigid plastic repair. As you can see, it's kind of expensive stuff since it is 3M. You can also use Fuser 100 Easy, but went ahead and got this laid out. Got everything glued down, everything sanded. As my little 2-piece, since the 3D printer wasn't big enough, but this is just, it's all gonna get molded anyway, so it's fine. But this is where we're at. Got everything taped down, then we'll come back tomorrow and start working the body, like the shape itself. It won't be this tall. I could if I wanted to be ignorant, but I'm not going to. But yeah, this is where we're at so far. So this is where we're at now. I don't know if you saw the last clip of the 3D printed part, but we went ahead and smoothed it all out. Got the form that I did want. And went ahead and used the rest of that to kind of fill in the holes from the 3D plastic and kind of shape it a little bit more. And we got our nice base going. So we'll let this cure, go ahead and sand this again and reshape it, and go ahead and get the final finish. As you saw in the previous clip, there's a whole bunch of divots and stuff if you saw that. On this step, we went ahead and mixed up some spot glaze putty just for a base to fill the holes. Then we'll start to getting the nice details. But overall, you can see it's kind of got a nice shaved base to it. So we'll keep you updated after this. Apparently that last clip didn't record all the audio, so as I was saying, we used guide coat, found the low spots. Now we put kind of a smooth layer. My putty started drying before I could smooth it, but we'll smooth it with sandpaper. But go ahead and got a thin wipe of Bondo. We're gonna go ahead and get everything nice and flat, then see if we like the final shape. If so, we'll prime it. If not, we'll repeat this step until we do get nice and flat and how I want it. I'm shooting for this little dip right here to be like an OEM instead of like a fully shaven look, so that's what we'll go for. But if I change my mind later on, you'll see it. So you can see we have all the body work done. It's nice and flat. I mean, there's a couple pinholes, but we'll get those out before. But as you can see how I'm gonna tape it off, I'm gonna tape it off. Oh shit, well, I missed a piece. Well, good thing I looked. But I'm gonna take a piece, a tape right here in between where the manifold splits so there's not a hard line. And I think leaving this bottom plastic will go along good with my rest of the engine bay. I'm going to do the coil covers as well, but right now we're focusing on the manifold. You can see it's nice and flat and rounded, but we'll go ahead and use some of this high build primer to kind of finalize this look. Then after that, we'll go ahead and put a little bit of sealer in. We'll go ahead and show you the color too. Also note, forgot to cut that off, but if you're spraying on any kind of plastic, it's a safe bet to use some adhesion promoter of any kind to help bond and strengthen that connection between the plastic surfaces or whatever is showing your material and your coating, which will be this high build primer. Now that the primer's dry, we're going to go ahead and sand down, make sure this is all smooth and how we want it. Make sure there's no defects, pinholes, no nothing on it. Then we'll go ahead, clean it off again with, I'm using this high-tech surface prep. I mean, glass cleaner will work too, to be honest, but it was there, so I have it. So go ahead, get this cleaned off, make sure everything's smooth. Go ahead, seal it, then get ready for our base coat and clear coat, and a little something special in between. So here's the color we'll be using. It's Purple Royal Dark from Tropical Glitz. Obviously, pretty cool color they made. Plus, here's the special thing I was talking about. They're Purple Royal Metal Flake, but it's in a can. If you know, you have to have a flake gun to actually spray 0.15 or bigger flake, which I do have, later project. But in combination of those two, we will be clearing it with some Spray Max 2K Clear Glamour. So we got the thing sealed right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get 2, 3, maybe 4, depending on how good this covers. I've never used their cans before, so we'll see how good this covers. Then go ahead and get some flake on, get cleared, and let it sit. I don't know how well you can see it, but this is the final product of my shaved manifold. A little bit of royal dark purple with matching flake over it. It does look fucking phenomenal. So we'll go ahead and get the coil covers off these nasty old Johns and shave them too, and do a matching setup. Then we'll get everything pretty much cleaned up. My review of the actual Tropical Glitz, it wasn't too bad to spray out of, just the color wherever it's at, right here. The flake, on the other hand, when I did open it up and start spraying it, it did keep spewing, but after a couple minutes I let it sit and turned out pretty fine, and it sprayed pretty well. This is 3 coats of each to get a full cover, but they do have some nice colors. I would recommend them, but man. So I don't think I showed this part, but we're doing the same thing. I got them all sanded down, and I got the holes filled with that same, the shit I used, holy shit, the seam sealer bullshit. I went ahead and filled these, got them sanded down. I put 2 or 3 coats of primer on this, just got it roughed up. There is some spots where the glue did kind of shrink and sink in, so we're gonna go ahead and fill those with a slight skim coat, and then go ahead and get these primed again maybe. Haven't decided yet, then go from there. And we got all those sanded and prepped, along with my Christian Morello catch gate coolant reservoir. We're going to paint that as well. Do the same process. I'm not going to show you all this, but same process as the manifold. So I'm not sure if I updated y'all at all, to be honest, but I think we left off where I did spray my coil covers and my Christian Merlot catch can coolant reservoir combo. But ooh, as you can see, we do have the same thing that we had on my manifold, the royal dark purple with the matching flake, and you can see this is absolutely, it's like living in the night sky. Like, never mind. But you see, it turned out absolutely beautiful. We did have one spot. We're gonna go ahead and wet sand that out real quick, and that would be nice and flush. But everything nice and pretty. Then up here is my matching reservoir as well. So I mean, this wasn't really a tutorial. It's kind of updating out what I'm doing. But as you can see, I do have car torn apart and a blower off. So that'll be future update possibly. I don't know. I mean, I do know what I'm doing, but I'm not gonna spoil or keep it a surprise. So hope this video was enjoyable, somewhat ish, maybe. Not really. Hope y'all have a good day. Bye.